Well, I have a little bit of a spoiler alert. Crew members on cruise ships, they have opinions about cruise passengers, about us, and they're not always favorable. I found this one in particularly interesting, what a crew member thinks a cruise passenger looks stupid doing. I'm going to share that with you. Also, we've got a little oopsie. We got us a cruise crash, and we got a cruise dad that's in trouble, facing 12 years in prison for a simple cruise mistake. It's bad. It's bad. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Little Loga. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face on a Monday, the 29th of April, 2024. And let's start our journey in Turkey, the country, not the poultry. We're not getting stuffed into Turkey to start the show off. No, we're talking about the port of Kaşaduku. No, that's the guy from Star Wars. Hold on.
Kuşadası, Turkey.
Yeah, I was way off. Not Count Dooku, Kusadashu, Turkey, where we have a 700-foot cruise ship, the Celestial Journey, smacking into the pier. And it appears the reason they hit the pier, well, the crew miscalculated the speed. Hey, Bobby, do you think we're coming in a little too hot? Gee, Clem, I don't think so. I think we're doing the... Oh, nope, you're right. We came in a little too hot. Minor damage to the pier, minor damage to the cruise ship, but fortunately, of the 597 passengers and crew members on board, nobody was hurt. So that's good. The passengers were able to disembark, spend their day at that cruise port, and then they continued on with their journey. Celestial saying that the cruise ship's okay, that whatever was, they just had to buff it out, that everything was fine. But yeah, it's tough when you got the water and the wind and the sea and the miscalculation. Stuff happens. Cruise news story number 2 is an interesting insight from an ex-cruise ship employee. Recently, she's been making the rounds, talking to the press, and she came up with 6 things that crew members think that cruise passengers should never do. And the one that really stuck out to me on the list, she said, if you do this, crew members will think poorly of you. And if you do this, you may be setting yourself up to be a victim. It's wearing your cruise ship card around your neck. Walking around the cruise ship and cruise ports with your cruise ship card attached to a lanyard or something around your neck. She said from a crew member's perspective, it looks like you're just trying to show off, that you must just be wearing your lanyard to show your status, to proclaim that all of your goodness. I push back against that a little bit. I think a lot of the reasons that people wear their ship card around their neck is because it's convenient. If the thing's like hooked right to your neck and you got a, quick release clip, you can easily hand it for a drink or use it to get into your cabin. I push back against the whole idea that people wear that for a status symbol. Maybe some do, but if they don't do that, to show off their status, I'm sure they'll figure out another way. And then she also says that not only do you look like you're trying to show off, but that you may be, announcing to the world that you would like to be victimized, saying, hey, look, here's the key to my cabin. You can victimize me and rob me and take my stuff. Or if you're wearing it out at the cruise port, you certainly may be signaling to the locals that you're somebody that might be an easy mark. I don't know. Do you feel a certain way about people that wear their cruise ship card around their neck? Are these people showing off? Are they begging to be victimized? Or do you think it's just a matter of convenience? Do you do it? Do you like it? Leave a comment below. Cruise news story number 3, an interesting clarification coming out from Carnival Cruise Line about underage alcohol consumption. I covered that tragic story a couple weeks ago about the young man who was underage, who had consumed a lot of alcohol on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. And apparently during a confrontation with his father, just jumped off the side of the cruise ship, and a horrible situation. And during that conversation, I saw a lot of comments of people saying, well, you can consume alcohol when you're underage. Your parents can just sign off on it. And I haven't been able to verify that, but there was clarification that came out from Carnival Cruise Line. Somebody had written the brand ambassador, John Heald, saying that they were going on a cruise with their daughter and her daughter's partner. The daughter, 19 years old, they had heard that 20-year-olds can get a waiver signed by their parents on Carnival saying that it's okay for them to consume alcohol while on the cruise. And well, from Carnival's perspective, no, there is no waiver. You cannot sign off and get your minor children the right to consume alcohol. The drinking age on Carnival, 21 years of age. Again, like when I covered that story the other day, I heard people say maybe Norwegian has a waiver. I don't know how I feel about it. Where we live here in the United States, it's been determined that you have to be 21 years old to consume alcohol. And I feel like if that judgment's good for where we live, then why would I think differently when I'm out at sea with my kid? I'm interested to know, do you know other cruise lines where there is a waiver? Do you think there should be a waiver? Or do you think, you just got to say 21's the age? What do you think? Leave a comment below. Now, I got to tell you about this cruise dad that made a hugely simple mistake, and he may be facing 12 years in prison because of this hugely simple mistake. It's a big, scary, cautionary tale. I'm going to share it with you, but first, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. A big thank you in advance. Just some housekeeping. It's moving week for us. So we're currently in between a rental house and a house that we bought. And so there's a lot of things going on, and I'm not sure what the cadence of this show will be. There's definitely going to be a live show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We will have the exclusive Patreon show. So if you want to get just a little behind the scenes show that you can only get by being a part of our Patreon community, $5 a month, you get a few of these shows a month. Come over there, www.patreon.com/LaLitaLoca. $5 a month. You get 3 or 4 extra live shows, small group, 30, 40 people at the max. But then tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on the La Lita Loca channel, there'll be the public show, 1,000 people most of the time, sometimes more. You can come in and have conversation and be a part of that. But yeah, live shows for sure tomorrow night. I'm not sure if there's going to be a recorded show tomorrow. Just depends what I'm trying to make our bedroom look like a cruise cabin. So I'm installing wardrobes, like big cubbies, and it's coming along. I'm excited about it, but I think tomorrow I might be consumed with finishing that project. So that's just a little housekeeping, because sometimes when I'm not here every day, people are like, where you at? And so I thought I would share that. Some people don't care. So, respectfully, either way, if you care, good. If you don't care, it's okay too. But I don't want people to be like, well, is he okay? Because I get that sometimes. Is he okay? I'm okay. We just got a lot going on this week. There you go. Housekeeping. Come join us for the live shows tomorrow night. Now, let's talk about this gentleman who cruised on a Carnival cruise ship. He got off in Turks and Kos, and he had his backpack with him. And as he was passing through security in Turks and Kos, his backpack was searched, and in his backpack, they found 2 bullets. And they have very stringent ammunition and gun laws in Turks and Caicos. And these 2 bullets were enough of a violation of that law that he was arrested, he is jailed, and he is in a jail in Turks and Caicos waiting trial. And the potential outcome could be, because of these 2 bullets, he could get 12 years in prison. The cruise dad arrested Tyler Winrich. This is his mugshot. He is the vice president of operations at Emergency Services Solutions. This is like an upstanding guy in the U.S. He just made a bad mistake. You have his employer reaching out to the government of the United States asking for help, trying to figure out if there can be some way for leniency to be meted out in this situation. And look, Tyler's not the only one dealing with this. Just 4 days prior, another U.S. citizen, Ryan Watson, flew into Turks and Caicos. He had 4 rounds of ammunition in his luggage, and he is also under under arrest awaiting trial. And when I say 12 years potential, it's 12 years minimum. That is the minimum punishment for the violation of this law. On the surface, the answer is simple, right? Accident, be graceful, give some sort of leniency. But these kind of gun laws turn out to be a little bit binary. Like, did you break the law? Yes or no? If yes, you get punished. It's going to be interesting to see what level of discretionary judgment lives within inside these laws. Is there room for leniency? A lot of times laws like this are made binary, yes or no, to maybe strip away some of the biases and some of the judgment that people that are, meting out the punishments can have. Man, it's heartbreaking and cautionary. Seemingly something simple like leaving a couple, say you're a hunter or somebody that goes to the range or whatever, you just happen to accidentally leave a couple bullets in your bag and now you're in trouble. But at the same time, it's a reminder that when you're going to foreign countries, you should be aware of the laws and the rules of the foreign country, and you have to do your due diligence to make sure that you're not violating those laws, because sometimes laws don't have any wiggle room for acts of omission. What do you think on this one? Laws are laws and you should have checked your bag, or is this so obviously an accident that the leniency should be given? It's a tough one. Hope for the best outcome, and we'll continue to watch it. Leave a comment below. As I mentioned earlier, when you go on a cruise ship, there's a good chance that you will be judged. I made a whole video about some of the ways that your fellow cruisers will judge you. Make sure you check that out next. Thanks for watching the show. Hit the like button on the way out. Tony for La Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.